Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this presentation about seniors housing. I'm George Barry, and I'm the owner and senior design architect for Barry Architecture and Associates. We're located with our head office in Red Deer, Alberta, and a branch office in Cranbrook, BC. Currently, we're working on projects from central British Columbia all the way across Canada to New Brunswick. And I've personally been involved with designing and construction of senior facilities for well over 20 years. We've worked in large centers as well as rural environments. I presented about housing and seniors living across the country and North America. Barry Architecture has won international awards for senior housing and environmental design. At Barry Architecture, we're also pushing for changes to the way that we design facilities for seniors so that they are more respectful and responsibly designed. I want to thank Bill and the entire Eden Care communities for putting together this great, challenging event. So let's jump right into it. And I'm going to talk about a few design features that I think need to change and some of the systems that need to change in seniors housing over the next several years and immediately. So without further ado, so a few of the things, why do we need to change the way that senior facilities are designed? Senior homes in Western Canada have effectively not changed in over 60 years. We still have large dining areas with controlled food times and food serving. Large gathering areas are very common, controlled activities, limited movements of both the residents and the guests, and not a great deal of real movement are afforded to the seniors living in a lot of lodges today. Another key problem with our facilities that need to change right away is our central heating and ventilation systems. They provide very limited control for the residents and have little control and systems in place to reducing the spread of germs. Technology needs to improve. We don't listen to Foster Hewlett call a hockey night in Canada game on the radio anymore, so why are we still designing like this is the newest technology? Seniors are more active today and will be even more active in the future, both physically and mentally. So we need to start planning for this change because it's here now. Some of the things that need to change are, we need to change the overall thinking and the language that we use when talking about homes. We need to be designing senior homes and not designing home-like spaces. A big thing at Barry Architecture that we push is that whales and peas live in pods, while people live in neighborhoods. We need to stop calling the facilities senior homes, nursing homes, even senior lodges. We are building communities, so let's start calling them communities. This name change may be minor, but it has a very strong impact on the seniors that are living in these spaces. We need to provide a variety of spaces. Spaces in the facility where people can come and gather to play games, read a book in a bright, friendly environment, sit near a fireplace to socialize with friends. Just provide a variety of opportunity for seniors. All seniors are not the same, so we need to be respectful of this and ensure that we have different spaces for each of their needs. There should be a variety of dining options. We've created smaller dining rooms like this one in the bottom left-hand corner. That is a bistro style of seating with a larger, more common dining room in the rear space behind it. Then at the very rear, where the orange wall is in this picture, is even a family dining space that if they have a larger family gathering coming in, they can sit there. These are all centrally located near the kitchen, and so the serving can happen very effectively. The other area that we have to remember is that the dining can be created to be like a family setting. We can have larger tables, tables of 6, tables of 8. We can expand the tables as need be, shrink them up as also need be. We can have tables of 4 to 2 in a variety of small spaces where we can actually see the cooks and the preparers getting the food ready as their residents are waiting for it. We need to stop designing the facilities for my parents in their 80s. In fact, we're still designing facilities for my grandparents. This is simply wrong. We need to design them for today and for the next 60 plus years. We must create spaces for kids and families to visit, spaces for gathering and for parties. We must create home spaces. These three images up on your screen right now show a variety of flexibility in the spaces. One where children can sit on a window seat and read books. They can sit around at night and spend their time with grandpa who's telling them stories. They can have a socialization room where they can have a family Christmas party, have turkey, and have meals prepared by the lodge that can come in. And so these are spaces that you and I have in our homes. So we need to make sure that they are also in the lodges and the communities that we're designing. We need to have spaces that give more independence and options. We're designing in communities where gardening is important. Then we need to provide a year-round opportunity for seniors to continue this activity. This is a room in the top right that's created for such an activity. Has plants, has all the tools that would be needed. They can work on this when it's cold outside, when they're creating some plants to bring some great ventilation onto the inside. They can use it throughout the year. If they want to go outside, we need to have a variety of spaces and activities for them to play, to act in. We need to have places for them to sit, to read, raised gardens. Seniors like to have picnic outside, so why don't we allow them to have that? Spaces where they can feed the birds, bird houses that can be created by local high schools and other outreach groups around. It's about giving choices. Consider creating a Starbucks or Second Cup-like area that encourages the entire family to come. Have a coffee and a scone and socialize with grandma and grandpa and the parents happening in here. This is becoming a much stronger feature as we in the very near future. The upcoming generations have spent a great deal of money on eating out, going to pubs. So let's provide the pub for them right in the law, right in the community. This is a great area for people to gather and play their guitars, have a cold beer, a glass of wine, watch the Riders game on the big screen. Spaces like this help people get engaged, involved, and keep them young at heart. We can create spaces that work for everyone today and for the generations to come. One of the big changes that we've implemented, and we've seen to be very successful, is we've started to develop some strong neighborhoods. The days of long corridors should be long past us. Those lodges are old, those lodges are out of style, and those lodges are not very respectful to the living that we're creating now. So we've developed some neighborhood plans that can be designed for 10 residents, 15, 20 residents, whichever suits your funding and your operational model the best. These residents in these neighborhoods encourage small interaction within each neighborhood. They have space for walking, activities for breakout zones into each neighborhood. They can be designed to provide spaces for yoga, for cooking, for painting and crafts area. Each of these neighborhoods could have its own unique feel happening to it. The open central area is flexible enough to provide these variety of options so that everyone can find something that's going to work right for them. These neighborhoods are also designed to encourage residents to get out of their room and socialize. There's small seating areas. There's large areas where the entire neighborhood can get together and have a card night and watch a baseball game on TV that's in that area. Another huge benefit of these neighborhoods is that they can have individual mechanical systems installed. These systems will control the air quality, the air movement, the ventilation, and all of these contribute to a reduction in the spread of germs. One of the things that current lodges, have a struggle with every year is a flu or influenza outbreak. Not only are they battling COVID, but they're battling on a yearly basis the flu outbreak. Neighborhoods such as this allow us the opportunity to corridor off the wings and have each of them isolated so that in the case of a flu outbreak, it's not getting through the entire communities. We found that these smaller neighborhoods have become very positive, are filled with the features, and will be contributing to an improved quality of life. The days of large open areas should be long gone. The future is about creating intimate, smaller spaces. People feel more comfortable in smaller groups. Provide these smaller groups throughout the communities, throughout your entire facility. The dining rooms need to have an opportunity for small breakouts. We shouldn't be creating these large spaces anymore. We need to use color. We need to use lighting. We need to use flooring finishes. And we have a lot of interior design tools that we can use to create these small, intimate spaces. On your screen is just a few examples of how we've been able to break out the larger dining rooms into small zones, how the wings and the neighborhoods have different options to them and different uses to them, how they're sitting with different furniture styles in each of them. One has large TV into it, and the other has more formalized chairs sitting around. We have the option to create different spaces for the different seniors that are living in there. We have the strength in our country today because of the seniors, so we need to make sure that we're paying them the respect that they deserve. By providing these options in these breakout spaces, we'll be a large contributing factor to each one of those. It's important to design those spaces to work with the community and work with the environmental aspects happening around the community. The center picture there is in Edson, Alberta, where there's a lot of timber and a lot of wood around. So the seniors like to see that. They want to see that. In our early discussions with them, that's what they wanted. That's what they told us, that they wanted to see a connection from the interior to the exterior. They wanted to see wood. They wanted to see spaces where they were broken out into different options of seating, where they had some banks, they had some chairs. And one thing you'll notice is all the chairs are seniors friendly. Easy for seniors to get up and get down on there. So to kind of wrap up and talk about, well, how can we do this? A couple of the items that we really need to focus on is designing neighborhoods and communities, not pods, not long-term care facilities, not lodges anymore. We need to change the language that we use. We don't want to be using language such as tub rooms. We use a spa. We don't have gyms and facilities anymore. We have fitness centers, health centers. We create health centers in a lot of our communities where we have chiropractors coming, we have podiatrists coming, doctors come, massage therapists are becoming very important to the lifestyle of seniors today. So we have to make sure that we provide those spaces and are using the correct language when we're doing them. We have to use every corner in the community as part of living spaces. Create intimate living spaces that people want to use. We want to create venues that provide a lot of opportunity and a lot of different usage for them. There's an opportunity to provide in the bistros an ice cream bar for grandkids to come. Activities to make it where children and grandkids want to come and see grandma and grandpa, where they don't want to leave. So we're not having the seniors live in isolation. We also want to challenge the approval groups to get with the new program. Stop living in the past. Stop thinking about seniors as dollars and cents. It's not all about operation. It's about the seniors. It's about providing them with the quality of care that they need today. Overall, we really need to think new. It's time to stop designing for yesterday and even today. Design for tomorrow and the next week. Implement the latest technology. Implement the fitness programs that our seniors today are doing. Have the food choices and varieties that people are looking for. Don't require them to have just one particular meal at one particular time. Provide the choice. It doesn't cost any more in the operation. And it's the choice that seniors deserve and the choice that seniors should be getting every single day. So I'm just really encouraging everybody to get out, design for the future, plan for the future, because the future's here today. It's not going to be here tomorrow. Thank you very much.